Hello guys, welcome back to Escape from Tarkov, episode number 24. We're just looking at today's news. The Blackout event, which is going at the moment, mainly on labs, obviously. That event. They announced now that it will end on July 27. That's sort of what people were waiting on the end date of this event. Because probably one of the days after that, it will wipe. So will it wipe on the 27th or Tuesday the 28th or Thursday the 30th? Very often the wipes are on a Thursday. Well, we say will it wipe, will it update, we should say actually this time. Because what's going to happen is when you boot up the game, it's going to show you three different ways of playing. PvE, PvP main account, and PvP seasonal. So there will be a third character, a third account, a third creation next to PvP and PvE. There will be PvP seasonal. Not sure how it's going to work because I'm thinking like who on earth is going to play on the PvP servers? Nobody. Everybody's going to play on their seasonal character, and then by the time it's going to wipe for Season 2, which will be somewhere in December probably, there will always be a wipe somewhere around summer and one wipe somewhere around the end of the year. We don't know. It's all new, obviously, because this will be the first season. And it will work with perks. Like the perks for Season 1 are... The global perks are no insurance, no founding rate items for your hideout, so you can build your hideout quicker. The whole structure of the Kappa container quest has changed. You need level 4 traders for Kappa will be the new requirement. Instead of doing like 250 quests, it now just says reach level 4 with this trader, reach level 4 with that trader. And also reach level 3 with Fence, which is something which is not possible now. At the moment, he only has 2 levels. So so that's something new. So they have reworked Fence. They have reworked the whole quest structure for the season as well. You have to choose perks, which will be personal, because you can choose whatever you want. You have to spend some points on negative effects, and then you can use those points to balance it out with positive effects. But what you choose is up to you. Ragman, what do you want? Some sort of suppressor, which totally did not sell. Surprise, surprise. Proper has not brought anything from insurance. We are expecting a few snipers back for a shooter born in heavens. And hopefully we also get a broken gazelle back. We insured gazelles. We ran around with gazelles yesterday. One time we got attacked by a duo of PMCs. So maybe they broke our armor. And then the other time we got killed by one of Caban's guard on streets, and he shot us with a grenade launcher. So you would think that at least that one will be broken enough to be under 50%, because that's our problem with the gazelle. Which is the quest with Ragman, called Suit Good Part 2. We need to turn in a 100% or 50 to 100% durability gazelle, which we did. And we have to turn one in which is 0 to 50, which means broken as hell. So we had to go out with it. This is not PvP. In PvP you can do this with some teammates or so and let them shoot you. But in this case you need to let AI shoot you and then hope that it comes back broken enough from insurance. We have 2 chances. We get killed by those 2 PMCs which were shooting at the same time at us. If they shot us enough in the armor, it might be lower than 50%. If not, especially the grenade launcher Caban guy, I think that should put your armor to 0, but we will see. Other than that, open world today. What do I mean by that is we'll see what dailies we have and we'll see where we go. We will play on every map probably today, except for labs. We do not have the ammo to fight the Black Division, so we are not participating on that labs event. Now, that being said, we did find some especially decent 995 SSAP in the armory in streets yesterday. Let's start with the dailies, see what we have to do, what they want from us. I'm gonna replace this. I don't have extra dry cleaners sitting and they are not that easy to find. So we're gonna re-roll that one. Survive by the location, the train on reserve. I'll replace that one as well, don't like it. You can re-roll your dailies 2 times for free, and then if you want to re-roll more, you're gonna have to start paying. Eliminate 2 PMCs on ground 0. Of a distance less than 30 meters. I was about to say we could try to attempt some shooterborne, but less than 30 meters. We'll think about it. Survive on the location by, yeah, well, if we do go to ground 0, then we can as well take the flare out. So that's an option. And then what's the other one? Eliminate any PMC with a leg or... no, we're not going to do a leg business. Reroll. Survive on the location by extracting through ZB13. Sure. SJ6. 50,000. Yeah, sure. We'll do that. And we'll see what our daily fence quest is, aka the scav task. Fence, the scav reputation is also... scav karma is your reputation with fence. Fence is the guy with the leader of the scavs in a way. We need to survive 6 times on customs. No, we're not gonna do that. We need to find 4 items from the provision category. I think that means that we can do food and drinks, but we'll check it. Maybe it only means food. Okay, we'll start with that one. So what you're gonna do is... yeah, this thing is broken as hell since the woods. That thing pops always up. That has to do with the woods event, which broken the fence thing. So, provisions. Okay, yeah, any provisions. So, food and drinks. We need 4 of them. We will scav and just go to streets. 6 in the morning seems to be a good time to go look for some food. All the restaurants will be closed, but that's okay. We'll come in through the window. Especially if you spawn on the theater side, it should not be hard to find 4 provisions. There are like 3-4 food stores or grocery stores. There are 3 wooden crates over here on the theater itself. There is a white van. A wooden crate next to the white van is always food on the streets. There is one on the pharmacy, there is one on the theater, and then there is one in the street from the theater to Sewer River. The blue tram there, close to the blue tram, is another white van with a wooden crate next to it, so that's also food. Then you have the apartment with the store below it. You have around the corner from Sewer River, there is also a store. You have Nikita's bar, can also have food. You have the restaurant between Factory and Pinewood Hotel, also has food. Yeah, if you can't find food and drinks on streets, then something is wrong. If you would have that task on Shoreline, that's a totally different story. Because on Shoreline, I think there are only 3 or 4 food spawns on the whole bloody map. It's one of those maps, if you have lots to do questing-wise on Shoreline, make sure you bring food and drinks, or you might actually come into problems. What are we even shooting here? What is that? An SA-58? With a hammer scope? And a suppressor? I think it is something like it. Yeah. SA-58, I think there's a hammer score on it, and I think it's suppressed. Or maybe muzzle brake, it's possible. The ammo will probably be TCW FMJ or something bullshit. It's one of those guns. It kicks to heaven, so seeing we cannot adjust it, we'll probably just keep it on single fire. These things are not bad though, if you can modify them with like, but these are guns. It's the same with like the RPK. They are gun, they're kicking like hell. You can make them good, but then you need to put some really good build or really good parts on it and almost make like a meta build, and then they are okay. But if you shoot this thing, like, if you do like this here, like we get it here, you shoot it full auto. You're shooting birds out of the sky. That's how hard it will kick. Estimated time, 2 hours and 30. It's 2 minutes 30, but delayed. It's a problem if you play on streets or labyrinth, or then it actually takes place on BSG servers, so you need to wait on a spot. The other maps on PvE you play on local, so you run the show basically on your computer. But on this big map like streets, some computers cannot run that, so also in PvE, the streets thing works on BSG servers, so we need to wait on a spot. It's creating loot pools, so we found the server at least. 2-minute delay, wonderful. Yeah, we're pretty early today compared to the last couple of days that we were playing. Which of course means more people might be playing. Some of the Americans are coming online around noon, and the Europeans prime time starts over here, so in the next 2, 3, 4 hours we will have sort of both continents playing at the same time. Oh yeah. Holy moly. Like I said, not the best gun in town. Jesus Christ. What ergo does this gun have? 1? 10. Doesn't feel like 1. It doesn't feel like 10, it feels like 1. Yeah, look at that shit. If you ADS with this thing, it takes 3 days. Got 1 food already. Should be 2. Holy moly, mate. That's 4, eh? Okay. Now we just need to get out somewhere. Quick scav run. And that's our scav daily done. We had 4 food with us. The only thing we had to do. Find 4 food or drinks and leave. And I didn't like the sway on that gun, so we could have stayed and looted up, but we're okay. We don't need to do a money run immediately. I think we're around 4 million or something. A run through. That might be a problem. Actually. We extracted with it. It doesn't say survive though. It just says extract.
Но начало дня уже неплохое.
We extracted, but it was not a survive, it was a run through. That's what happens if you run the first time ever. I think I have a run through on 3s. Let's see, did that count or not? No. Okay, needs to be survive, in other words. It doesn't say survive, it just says extract. Normally it says extract and survive. That's okay. What were we doing? Something with a pistol. Something with a pistol, and we have street keys with us. So that's sort of where we stopped yesterday. Chungus. Customs ground 0. Survive on the location. Yeah, like here it says survive, right? Eliminate PMCs from more than 30 meters away. Okay. What do we have? Broadcast part 4. Watching you and ceasefire on streets. Broadcast part 4 we can't do because I don't have the factory mushroom key and I cannot buy it. Okay, so no MXLR. Okay, there are still 4 MXLR somewhere on the insurance, I think. Yeah, and also our scopes are there. Stupid mount. Just put it on there, you know. Just put it on there. Okay. Trying to get some dailies done, some shooterborn in heavens, and then we'll take the Mira Avenue extraction. Other than that, we have nothing on this map. Shooterborn in heaven and some dailies. So that's the first map. And then we'll do something else on another map. Play a bit of every map today, I think. While we're recording 24 here. Episode 21 should be posted around 5 p.m. on YouTube. And tonight, usually 5-6 hours in between that I plan it. So somewhere tonight at 10 or 11 it will be episode 22, which will come up. And then tomorrow we'll do 23 and probably this one as well already. We need to get a move on. We have 1 week to get to, let's say, maximum traders on this account. Do we need anything else? Yes, elite pliers we need. Oh, great. Yeah, we also need one more ripstop and one more cordura. I can't even carry the fuel. We do need thrustillos, but again, we forgot the backpack. We need to kill something, and we have a backpack. Start throwing some nades, boys, that we know where you are. It's not the best spawn in town. Can't kill those lights, apparently. We can. Just need to aim better, Dave. Where is everybody? perfect grenade. They finally came down and then they throw a random lob grenades, whatever, yeah. That's what we need. We need that spawn there. We're pinned here. There's another team on behind us as well. So stupid, so stupid. Didn't see the grenade coming, we didn't hear it dropping next to us, nothing. We only heard him say granata and then it was already there. Such a stupid map there. For that bullshit. Let's shoot something else. I think we have another voodoo sitting on. Where's my stock? Okay, is that thing bugged or what's going on here? It does not put that thing on, huh? Where's my thing that I bought? Weirdos. Alright. Let's try that shenanigans. Doesn't seem to work very well today. What? It does not want to work today. What's going on? Is something updating again or something? Because The helmet? Guess not. How did he always tank these guys with no helmet? They tank every bullet. The other day I made even.
Пацаны-то они сладкие! Ха-ха! Не ссытесь!
How the hell they give you fucking bleeds every time in 2 breaks? He does a heavy bleeds in 2 breaks.
Эй, земляк, мы стрелять не хотим, мы так наблюдаем!
Вон он, блядь, вон он, ебашь его!
These gaps.
Вон он, упырь!
We're having a scap day here, apparently.
О, вижу их!
No headshot or what? There's not a player. Level 52 though.
Ты чё там, бля, вопишь, упырь? Ты куда пошел?
I'm interested in the other boys though.
Вон он, сука!
Oh, it's wonderful, man. Wonderful feature. The whole vault button thing, that's a wonderful feature. Maybe it would work. Half the time it doesn't work.
Ты куда пошел?
Right.
Она не с чертом! Будь ты проклят!
Player was not a headshot, was also not less than 30 meters, I think. 63 meters in the thorax. So it was too far away, and it was a another headshot. Okay. Whatever you say. Well, I got one daily done because we extracted through mirror. We're gonna have to find an angle somewhere where... I don't know. I have no idea where the AI are hanging out all over the map on that place, I think. Rip step. Okay, that's our large rip step. So now we need to find one Cordura, and then we also have all the fabrics for Ragman already to go. This one we need to check because that's such a high level. Might actually work. SP6. Sugar. I think we start collecting the sugar. Three. We still have APM left, or is it all echo? I think it's all echo meanwhile. Oh no, we still have APM left. Okay. Eliminate any PMCs from a distance of less than 30 meters. Okay, that doesn't need to be with shootable in heaven shot. Okay. Daily is done. What? No. Just need the rewards. We don't need to pin that guy. Can go there. Hideouts. Because this is a level 52 bear. Opposite faction, shot by us. It's higher than that what we have, I think. Is our workbench done? Yeah. Intel Center level 2 is done. Very nice, but we need 3 anyway. The Hall of Fame is still upgrading. What level is he? 57, 59, 14. Okay, this guy needs to go. 59, 57, 52. Shot by us, and shot by us. And this is a bear that can go in there. Or percents. Need to keep an eye on that. Needs to be opposite faction, and it needs to be shot by us. And that mask here we need, because we need to start crafting these air filters. Because they need to be found in raid. Oh, that only takes 1.5 minutes? Oh, that's wonderful. That's great, because we need 5 of those found in raid. We have the power filters, then we need to buy the military tubes, and then we need $25,000. Okay. Cultist Circle is also still doing its thing. Okay, we go again, I guess. What is this? What are you doing here? What are you sitting here? There we go. What is this thing here? Level 3. This is a level 4. Okay. Back to ground zero.
Блядь, заряжаюсь!
Нет! А!
Нет никого.
Great. You're fighting the whole map in PvE, that's the problem. This player, these caps, they're shooting each other, but they're not killing each other, so you're fighting the whole map the whole bloody time. Then in the middle of the map, you're sitting in a dark corner in a building, that doesn't matter. They see you sitting with your iron sights. They just happen to see your head. Look at this. Guy shooting us with a Mosin with iron sights, more than likely. And you hear grenades exploding, but nobody dies. They just throw a nade and then they run away, and then they throw the other one throws a nade and then he runs away and nobody dies. You never find dead bodies either in PvE, ever. Unless it's like the last 2 minutes of the game. You can run through that to whatever grenades are shooting that you hear. You can run to it and there will nothing be there. It sounds like there's a big war going on. It's like, it's so... I'm gonna be honest with you, I will be glad that's next week that we can go back to the PvP, because this is just stupid at times. Either they're dumb as hell, or you have things like this where they're shooting you like from miles away. 115, yeah, sure. It's way overpriced, but it is what it is. Unless there is barter trade for that thing, that's probably not the case. No. My god, man. Can you just... There's something with the market as well then. Thank you. Hideout is slow, the market is slow. We'll put them in here for now. That's it. I should have done this earlier though. That should have been in heaven, because you're fighting scabs the whole time. The whole time you're fighting scabs, and then at the end when you're healing up, because that one scab with a shotgun breaks everything that you have. And then you have to sit there for like 5 minutes healing up. Yeah, our problem is we are way too early actually. And I don't want to mess around with guns and whatnot. Too much, because we have so much stuff coming back from the last 2 days. Well, so much stuff. I mean, a couple of sniper rifles. So I'm gonna stop buying snipers because tomorrow all these MXLRs are coming back, or later today even. Yada yada yada. I have something level 4 sitting. No. Okay. That's some food, some drinks. Oh, 5, 6, 7. Okay, that's also ready here again. Let's do Oh, we need 5 of those. Three moonshines, 8 gold chains. They need to be found in raid. The lions as well. Holy moly. Okay. We do a few save runs, I think. Moonshine we can craft once we have boost generators. What's the problem? Yeah, the problem with that stupid thing is what is elite players again, I'm assuming. Yeah. Yep. Can't find elite players anywhere in this PvE mode. We found 4 so far and we need like 7, I think. 5. We found 5 and we need, yeah, we still need these 2. That's 7. Normally we find 25 by now. But not in PvE. There seems to be a very unique. Okay, what do you want? Bitcoin farm? 10 PSU found in raid? Okay. We need to do a computer run then. Okay, so we need those things. We need to pick up these again. We need a bunch of power cords. I'm gonna buy those. We need a VPX. And we need some. Okay, so that's for our Bitcoin farm. ScavK showed up as well. Where we need that gold chains. We used all the ones we had for strumming. Moonshine we can craft once we have. Yeah, once we have water collector, we can do boost collector. Then we can start crafting moonshine. Then we will have the moonshine. And then we have this thing here. What is going on here? Yeah, that pit spotter. Also one of those things you can only find in labs. And then for solar power, we need that thing also. We need 2 customs. Again, VPXs. Wonderful. Military flash drives. Have not seen those things even. That's for Intel level 3. Okay. Can we craft any of that stuff? Nope. Craft the vertex. I have to find those things. Okay. That's 3. That's 4. Minute and a half, we will have another one ready. And then we need 9 of these. Great. That's another 600,000. And then we need another $7,000 as well. Bim, bim, bim. That's 10. We have power filter sitting over there. So those 5. That was a 2.5 million joke over here. Ten of those, 5 power filters, 5 of those, and 25,000 USD. And do we have an air filter to put in there? We have one to start it up at least. What are they going for? 400,000. We can't even buy one. Wonderful stuff. Okay. That's all he needs, right? 48 hours. Go. Constructed. So that's upgrading. Can we do anything about Bitcoin? No. No, we need to find the PSUs. We need to find PSUs. Of course. Now we took it out of my wallet. Of course it does. Always some shenanigans. And then the thing for Intel and solar power we need to find in the labs. And the labs, that stupid event is still going. Which is great if you have some things to pick up there. Yeah, we have like 4 different tasks, I think. 4 different normal regular tasks in the labs, but that event is going there with the black division. We're not gonna mess with those guys, so those tasks will have to wait. Okay, so what we're gonna do is a scap run. To the streets of Tarkov. Our man has a backpack, which means we can carry PSUs. Oh, the servers are janky though. We love empty wallets. Quick maker. Shoot the legs. What do we need? Computers. We need computers. Don't need any of that business. With the computer here. It's here normally, I think. Yeah. It's over again. Starts again. Sounds like Expo or something. Back in the day, this used to spawn lions and so in that room, but it's been a while. Okay, we got some of them. Computer parts that we need. Also gonna reboot because it runs like a laggy shit at the moment. But yeah, we've been playing more than a week, haven't we? So it's probably time to clear the cache. And how long are we going with this playthrough? 2 weeks? Probably also clear the logs. Something you have to do very often if you play Tarkov. Okay, and now we're gonna have a look on this shit here, because there is some of these things in here that we so don't need anymore. But we seem to still have room for that, but room. Oh, it's full. Our box is full. T-fuels I don't need anymore, I think. W40s, yeah, Rackman needs some of them. Measuring tape, we need a few, but not that many. Matches, we don't need any matches anymore, just get rid of it. Salt, we don't need. Toilet paper, that's also done. We might still need a few of those things, for sure. Yep, yep. Don't need that either. T-plugs we still need, we need all of that. Yes, still need it. I also don't think we need some nails, but not that many. 2, 4, 6, 8, probably are good enough. If not, we can find them. Bolted nuts. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Blue, white tape will also be good enough. Something in that order. We now need more computer parts, so we need to make some room for that. And how are we doing with the RAM? Pretty okay. The other RAM goes out, this goes out, this probably goes out. Money. Boost. We also need power cords. So we're gonna put those on top or something, because we need a whole row, I think. And then PSUs. We need 10 of them. 2, 4, 6, 7 we have so far.
Нормально, нормально.
Don't know what we have up on the market, if we still do have something up. But the menu is slow, hideout is slow, the market is slow, so we probably need to reboot some stuff. Let's have a look, what are these worth? 26. Will be our price. Duct tape. $35. Deep fuel. That's barter trade price. That's worth nothing. Also not worth nothing. 32,000 for matches apparently. Okay, I think our slots are full now, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, yeah. Some of that business needs to sell. But we're first gonna clean up. For those who don't know how that works, I think we explained it in the beginning already, but go to your launcher, you click on game settings, and you click on locks, and you delete everything, just keep the last one or so. Just keep the one that you're playing on. And then you also clear the cache. Clear the cache once a week, clear the locks once a month. Then you keep the launcher relatively fresh. But yeah, if you play streets a lot, you need to do 2-3 raids and then you need to reboot the game anyway. Because streets is never optimized. At some point it ran better than it does now though. There was a point that even with a 2080 Ti or so, you could get 70-80 FPS on streets. Those days are over. Now you're getting 50-55 and inside some of the buildings, which are poorly optimized, 35 probably. I think it was after that, whenever they opened the industrial buildings on customs, I think it was after that update. I don't know what they did, but with that update, they also killed a bunch of the FPS on customs as well, where you normally get over 100, and then it suddenly was down to 80 or 90. Something sold while we were rebooting. Now, normally, hey, see, like this is not a proper clear cache. Normally, if it does a proper clear cache, you had to open all these boxes because it all had to reload. Which it probably did in PvP, because that's your main account, right? Yeah, normally you had to open all these boxes so that it quickly could reload in again. All of the different items. But if you do it in PvE, it doesn't really work. How about the traders? Also not, it's still loaded in. Was the same. Normally you had to scroll through this, so that they can all load in. I don't know, maybe they made the menu faster, that's possible. Because it is in loading in, but... And like normally this could not keep up. That all had to reload in one by one again. Although it went very fast, but not as fast as now though. This is... We clicked on clear cache, but it did not clear the cache. I think. Because all the items are still here that normally should reload. Unless they change something on the backend system. It's all... No, this is... No, it's not reloading. It's still there. Okay. What was this? Okay. $146 apparently. Okay. Question is, what are we doing? Extract to ZB13 on customs. We have, and we need to kill some PMCs less than 30 meters away. On ground zero. And we need to do a scav raid where we find sport foods. I forgot about that. We just did a scav raid. Looking for computer parts. Okay, do we have a scav available? In 4 minutes. Okay, we'll do PMC then. Yep. Keys. We still have our street keys with us. That's okay. We'll just take the factory key with us. Put the power on warehouse 4 and extract to ZB13. Although not a lot of people are using that extract nowadays. See, we have a green flare thing available now. The green flare is probably the most used on customs now, I would say. ZB13 and green flare are sort of extractions in the middle of the map, which means you don't have to go to the corners. People use the ZB13 a lot, but then they added a green flare extraction on customs. I think that's now probably the most used extraction. Together with the car, of course. If the car is on dorms, then you have the safe runners. They go to dorm, they loot all the safes, they take the car out, if the car is there. It's not always there though. It's dynamic. I don't know where the car on woods used to be there every time, but that's also no longer the case. Interchange also not. Sometimes it's there, sometimes it's not. I think at this moment the only car which is 100% there is Shoreline at the moment, I think. That used to be Woods. Woods used to be 100%. But that was back in the day when Shoreline didn't have a car yet. Now Shoreline also has a car extraction, and now it's they made that 100% and no longer the one on Woods. That's sort of how it works. When there are new maps or some changes on a map, then then it usually goes like that. What's going on? Somebody cutting his grass? That's kind of strange. Not that many people. Okay, what are we doing? Putting on the power, I guess. Must be a PMC in here because that was already looted. We'll shoot that thing before somebody shoots it when we come out. We already know how that works. That is athletics. That's 800,000 right there. game. $27. Okay, that's more than 7 minutes. Oh, we also killed 2 scavs, so should have enough XP. And we extracted to ZB13. That was our quest for the day. Was a good run. Power around, check a few tick rates, and come out with a 800,000 relics. Not that we can sell it, because we need to be level 35 or something, I think, to sell elixes. Boots, duct tape, some BP we picked up. And some pepnine. Let's have a look. 3568, 4362, 4860. Okay, so it's in between those two. And we got another voodoo. We also have an air filter, which we have just been crafting like crazy. Cost us a lot of money, but they're going for 150 or something. They hit us a bit, but not enough. That was not a bad run, eh? $130,000 air filter. Analytics. $900,000 meanwhile. Can go with the other one. And some other stuff that was still on the market has sold as well. We're over 2 million again. Yeah, we started the day with over 4 million, but we spent 2.5 on some other shenanigans in the hideout. Well, it's our last investments in the hideout, so they are also the most expensive ones, of course. This time it was the one with $25,000. Now we need solar panel, which is 25,000 euros. Which is something we have to check actually. What is that? Because you hardly ever get euros, so we're gonna have to buy those. 24. $3.9 million. 3.9 million on euros we have to buy at some point in time, but not now. Not now, because we need to find these devices in labs, and that can only spawn in yellow, and we cannot even buy key cards. When can we buy key cards? That's also a good question, because these stupid restrictions, some of those on the are a bit exaggerated. Now we can buy them. Apparently we can buy them. So I guess it was level 30 for key cards, because we reached level 30. C1, C3, which I think are icebreaker key cards with the blue marking. Okay. Laboratories access. What is that here? Black. Why are people putting up freaking cards with one use? For portrait rates or so, probably. Blue, what is worth blue? 570. What is green? A million? Is that even worth a million? There's usually nothing spawning in there. Violet is low. 300,000 for violet. We definitely need yellow at some point in time. That one we actually have. And what is that? Storage room? Oh, that's the that's factory one. Yeah. Also one of those. 3 million for a card, which you have to use for one quest. So I guess it was level 30. Yeah, we don't have many of them. We have the residential area, the res, and we have blue. And we have the blank RFID card as well. Found it on a scab the other day. That's needed to craft your ticket out of the out of the game, basically. Escape from Tarkov. To escape from Tarkov, you need that thing to. You need to craft with this thing. You need to craft a key card which gives you access to terminal, basically. Not of our interest at this moment. We're far away from that. Okay, next up, no idea. What do we have left from dailies? Oh, yeah, right. We completed one. Let's see what she gives. SJ6 power substation utility. That's the best key you could give me, woman? Really? You have nothing better than that? So we still need to find, we need to do a scav raid where we can find 4 foods. And then we need to go ground 0, kill some people. I might re-roll that though. I have nothing of quest-wise. Let's accept this and then see what we'll do with it. This one I'm just gonna sell, I think. I think we just need Shrestilo foams at the moment. Oh, we have room. We can keep one of those. We probably need 1 or 2 for shooting range, maybe even more. This thing is worth nothing. Oh. That's just a room with a duffel bag or something, but for some reason or another they locked it. They're also pretty low. They're going 120 during the night. What's it? There are a bunch of other cutters around again. Summer people. If you see that most people put the thing up around 90, keep it around 90. But no, one guy undercuts, then the next guy comes, he undercuts, then the next guy comes, he undercuts. And before you know it, these things are on 50,000. SJ6s go over 100 normally. 110, 120 normally. But if you play in the weekend or in summer holidays, then you have a bunch of new kids coming around and they just like to undercut or something, I don't know. They don't know how the market works, pretty much. What are we doing is the next question. Scav raid, I guess. Scav raid, try to find 4 fuels. Look at our guy here. Four food and PSUs, computers. As many computers as we can. Yeah, like the run we did earlier, that's actually a pretty good computer run. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 PCs in the post office. Then you have another 4 in the building across the bar. And then in the astronaut building, there are another 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Also one in the hallway as well. So that's 15 computers there. Pretty short. And there are some more though. Also in check 15 Iron Gate are 2, 3 PCs in that building. As a scapper, I'm thinking, because obviously if you have keys, then you can get to more PCs, like Concordia, some of the Concordia buildings. 34, 64 office, they have computers. Concordia 8, Cinema, they can just have loose computer parts, so you can also find PSUs and so the things we need now to build our Bitcoin farm. That's what you're sort of looking for. We already start collecting them over time. But then Peacekeeper and Mechanic came in with some quests where they needed computer parts. So we hand a bunch over to those. Well, it's not that bad. We already had 7, so we need 10 for Bitcoin Farm 1. Hall of Fame is ready for installation. That's also good. Which means we can put some more dock tags in there. To bring up the combat percentage skills a little bit more. Level 2, which means we have 1 more level to go, but I don't know. It's probably we need to see what we need to find in raid for that station. That's the last level for Hall of Fame then. But that will probably take 3 days to upgrade or something. Or food and computer parts. It's our main objective today, and we also still need 2 elite pliers, which are very hard to find. Yeah, you need 7 founding rate elite pliers for the whole hideout. And every single of those need to be founding rate. And we found 5 so far. We're level 32, we found 5 elite pliers, and we have been looking for them very often in tech crates and toolboxes. So then it's pretty clear to say that the spawn rate of that item is pretty low in PvE. And it's also not spawning on all of the places that I know that it normally spawns, for instance on customs. Where are we? Shidri-do. Flash grenades. Yo. Okay. Light bleed, heavy bleed. Food and drinks. Very nice. Now we need some healing. That shouldn't be a problem. We have school nearby here. This stage is not here. School is basically downstairs, at least, a pharmacy. There they go again. They're throwing grenades again, but even if we would run to it that way, wherever you hear it, no, nothing will be dead there. Trust me. We're just throwing nades and they run away every time. Come on, man. Just climb over it. You're a freaking 32 level. Oh my god, man. That full button, it's the best addition that they had to the game. Level 32 trained soldier, but he can't climb over a little fence. Very nice. Only 2 of the 5 medbags are here, and that is, of course, because we don't have any healing. Vitamins and soap. That's our last Cordura that we need for Ragman. Okay, now just give me another food and drink would be nice. Okay, that's also good. Nope. Okay. Okay, we're good. What? I did not want to do that. Well, I guess we're having whiskey. 1, 2, 3, 4. We're still fine. Okay. We still have 4. I thought I had that disabled, that double click thing. I double clicked on the whiskey. Very nice. Can we get a big backpack? That would be nice. Dreamer's Island. See you later, Phil. $200,000 fuel or 550,000 GPU. The choice is made very quickly. I would say. Parking. We'll check these computers. And we need to check the body as well because you see why. That's an ophthalmoscope. Need to check this doppelback. Here we're in a computer room. As you can see, that can also have computer parts. Red pliers. No, we don't want red pliers. We want elite pliers. Stupid game. I'll pick those up as well. like that. We're still good. We still have 4 food and drinks. One of those places where things were exploding here earlier, somewhere on this side. What's the best? Well, we have a GPU, of course, but yeah, value-wise, it's okay. Because once we have the Bitcoin, we need to put 10 GPUs in there, so we just saved ourselves 550,000. Although they're increasing. We have a room? Yeah, we have some room. That's market. That goes to one, 2, 3, and 4. That's our daily fence quest done. This goes to the market. That's our last Cordura. So we don't have to worry about these clots anymore. Whenever that quest comes in, we have them all sitting now. 5 Aramids, 10 Corduras, 10 Fleas, 10 Rips up. So that's also out of the way. And now we have some computer parts. Fire clean can also go to therapist. Ophthalmoscopes. Go there. And power cords. What do we need? 15 or something, I think, of those. This is also a cell. We'll keep this. And then obviously we keep all this. The rest, Mr. Fence, is all for you. 58,000, deal.
Нормас, нормас. Охуенно сейчас поживимся.
Yeah, whatever you say. What are we doing here? Teapots. We need to make room for teapots somewhere. Put them here for now, but okay, Vince, your quest is also done. So from the dailies, we only have that ground zero one to do, I think. What is that, skier? Let's reroll that, see if we can get something better. An MPX SD 9x19, 6.5 inch. Jesus, mate. Survive 2 times reserve. No. No, don't feel like it. Survive Emericom. No. No. No, we don't want ground zero. That's why we rerolled in the first place. We have nothing on ground zero. Two flat screwdrivers. There we go. That's what I'm talking about. Those are the ones we want. No more dailies. All done. We pick up all these things here. The whole time. Then you want to find and transfer. Yeah, look at them all giving fabric now. Now that we have crafted all the fabrics, now they're all going to give us fabrics. You can see that coming from miles away. Now they do have some value because of certain barter trades though, you see? Trader. What is this? 40? No. Yeah, it's still 40,000 for one slot item. Still a good value. This should be not. Oh, we can keep the. We can keep that. We can keep that. Hot rods. Keep that the same as an energy drink. Chocolate. Yeah, we can keep. That's sort of related to the sugar, because we can craft sugar with chocolate. Once we are starting the moonshine business, we need that. I can't buy the sugar every time. Are these worth anything? Probably more than to the traders. They're needed for certain quests. This is not worth anything. And some euros. Well, the more euros we get together, the less we have to buy whenever we need them for solar panel. Where are we? 2.5. Well, we recouped a little bit. We were at 1.7, I think. We're still selling things. What is going on in that market here? Well, most of our things have sold. Except for these things, but these we just put on. So all the other stuff we put up on earlier is gone, meanwhile. Still, I think there are less people playing PvE than PvP though. In PvP, when you put something on the market, that sells within seconds. PvE, you sometimes have to wait till your slot's empty. Okay. Let's sort this out and see what we have now. 2, 4, 6, 8, 9 spark plugs. I think we need 16 for one of these stations. Let's have a look. Hall of Fame was done. Let's see what we need for Hall of Fame 3. And for shooting range. A weapon rack maybe we can build up or something. Yeah, we needed elite players for Hall of Fame 2. We probably need some more for Hall of Fame 3. Okay, install. Okay. Bears, please. The highest we have. Wow, 25, 14 and 13. It's not great, eh? Lightkeeper, Mastic, Mechanic, Ragman, Prepper, Rep, and Skier. That's 12 of these figures. There are too many figurines nowadays. What goes in there? These things. Could put some in there if we want to. The lines also go in here though for one slot. It's like a 6-slot item that you can put in one slot here. But we're not done here. We're gonna get an extra row. Good enough. Okay. What do you need for level 3? A line, a drill, a master file. Okay. Apparently we need a master file. A bunch of lamps, but they don't need to be found in raid. Keck tape. The rest we can buy. So it's just a master file. 24-hour updates. Okay, master file, and that's the last for Hall of Fame. How about shooting range? What are we looking for here? Motors. Yeah, motors is a problem here. 3 motors we need here. The rest is okay, but we need 3 motors. And weapon rack. Check, 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 check. We got everything sitting, huh? 4 of these. 1, 2, 3, 4. And build it. Weapon rack level 1 is in construction. What do you want? 10 fleas? You're not getting 10 fleas, mate. 15 bolts. An owl, a sewing kit, a drill. We have those sitting, but we might build level 1 on this at some point, but we only have 1 lamp. We also need to go pick up some lamps again. But that should empty a little bit of our box. Yep, there we go. Now we have more room for the computer parts. And we still need more ES lamps. Yeah, you never have enough of these, boys. I think you need about 120 in total. Most of them don't need to be found in raid, but if you find them, you save yourself quite some money. We still have 1 elite player, but that's not even found in raid. We also need some more blue tape. Bolts and nuts probably as well then. I think we're good on screws. So I'm gonna move those from the wish list. We still need some metal parts. We definitely need CPU fans. CPUs themselves, I think we're also good. We mainly need fans and we also need more spark plugs. We definitely need more. What is that thing here? No idea. I will soon get we're good for that. Okay. And if we get high level bears, then we need to come in here and check. 0. Why is that 0? It's killed by us. Okay, bear killed by us. Level 59. Bear level 57 killed by us. Bear level 52 killed by us. Bear level 25 killed by us. Bear 14 killed by us. Bear 15 killed by us. I don't know why that number is right here. And 379, we already had 379 earlier with 3 dog tags. That number should be higher. Yeah, this one will also give us some extra percentage. That's also a combat skill, and this one as well. What's the current bonuses? Shooting range level 2 will give us some extra combat shell. So yeah, we'll probably do the shooting range level 2, level 3, weapon rack level 2, level 3. Level 1 gear rack probably. Air filter unit is upgrading but takes like 2 days or whatever it is. And the water collector, we still have the same problem. We need elite pliers. We can buy this Frostillo foam, but we need 2 founding rate elite pliers. And we can craft every damn thing except for the elite pliers. Yeah, I don't know what's going on here with this. There are a few things which do not make sense in here. We can craft red pliers. Look at this shit. We can craft round red pliers, but not the elite. I think that's what they try to do here. Because why would you craft a red plier? I think they wanted to put the elite pliers there and they put the red pliers there. Because that red plier, that makes no sense. You don't need that for anything. Maybe there was one wipe where the percentage of spawning those things was low. I don't know. So it's a weird craft, that one. And here our biggest problem here is what? The gold chains. Gold chains, lions. We also need lions for living heights, so we need to find more lions as well. At some point we're gonna have to do some safer runs, I think. Customs or something. But it's okay. So if we find the master file here somewhere. Oh, also this one is a lion. But we have a lion. We have, I think we have 3 or 4 drills sitting. So we should be fine with the drills as well. We can buy some lamps. They do not need to be found in raid. We have the found in raid kick tape. Although we also need 3 for Ragman. So that's also something we have to find. Yeah, that definitely needs to go on the wish list. The T-plug can go up the wish list. We have enough T-plugs. Metal parts, power cords. We also need 15 for Bitcoin farm. And lamps. So we need to check some more toolboxes and so now. If we need those lamps and the metal parts and so again. We were checking more tick rates and duffel boxes now, but these are more specific toolbox things. Air filter unit is going, only has 1 level, so that's fine. Elite pliers. That water collector is stopping me getting the boost collector, which means we can't craft moonshine. We can't craft, and the moonshine needs to go into the scav case. Scav case is also a problem though. Why do all these items need to be found in raid? Yeah, the only item which does not need to be found in raid is that lucky scav box. Golden skull is not that. The gold change is also something. You normally find that more. Now we haven't done. Maybe it spawns it more in saves in PvE. That's possible. We haven't done that many save runs yet. How long are you going, Cultist Boy? Because 9 minutes. We'll see what that brings. I think it was a 14-hour run, so probably tank battery or so again. Oh yeah, we had 2 6-hour runs in a row. And the first run gave us a vertex and a cobdom. And the second run gave us a vertex, a 3 BTG stim. So it basically, the cultist circle basically finished Lent Lease Part 2 for us. And samples. Yeah, it gave us... The first run gave us a vertex and a cobdom and then something else we needed for another quest. And the second 6-hour run gave us a 3 BTG stim, a mule, an Abdalbus, and the other vertex that we needed for Lend Lease. So yeah, you definitely want to get those 6-hour runs. But yeah, that's we only had 2 so far. And we have another... yeah, if we can now get another 6-hour run in the cultist circle, we should be able to get the cobdums, maybe the VPX, maybe the military flash drives. It's not going to give us that converter thing though, because that you need to find. That would be great if the cultist circles could give that. The same for the solar power one. That thing you can only find in labs, and the same here for this stupid thing here. It's the same here. You get 6-hour ones. It will give you the AISAs. It will give you the power filters. But the fact that they don't need to be found in raid, maybe not. It might give you the working LCDs then. Would be way better if this thing. In theory, it could. There is a small percentage chance that it can also spawn on Lighthouse somewhere, I believe. But then you need to know exactly where it spawns, I think. As far as we know, it only spawns on the labs. And the same for the other thing there in the intel. That's something they also need to change. Those kind of things they should have a chance of spawning in a marked room or something like that. Instead of only in labs. Oh, we need to go there, sneak around with a pistol or something just to try to go find something. Because you don't need to be there if you find that thing you want to get out, right? So it's like you're not there to loot, you're just there to find that one stupid item that only spawns there. That's never a good thing. Items that only spawn on one location is never a good thing. There are some rare items like a VPX and a Vertex and so, but they can spawn on several places on Lighthouse. And also on Reserve. And in Mark's rooms. So you have different spawns for those things. But those two stupid items there in the hideout, they only spawn on labs. So yeah, you cannot just chill and go check because it has different spawns on labs. So you can't go check every room with when there are 15, 20 black divisions running around because there's an event going. So those are tasks that we just cannot do at the moment. And we don't know what happens afterwards, right? We know the event ends next Monday, so on the 27th. Is there a few days where the games will run normally before the season starts? That's the question. Or will it immediately wipe and start the seasons after? We don't know. I'm just chilling and we have done our dailies. Also here we're a bit stuck on keys because now we need like the better keys, the Mark's room keys. They are level 40. And we are meanwhile 32, which means we also have a ragman. Yes, a ragman, I was correct. We also have a ragman on level 3, so we should be able to get a bit more. Yeah, we can get the barter trade for the gazelle and so now, right? And a few more variations in rigs. We can get some armored rigs now. Not the best of the best, but at least some. Other than that, let's have a look. He's good to go for the last level. She is good to go for the last level. Here we need to spend 900,000. So yeah, I need to keep that in mind. Sell to skier, because he's not there yet money-wise. And here we need, what is that? 59. A few more. Yeah, we need to start doing a bit of shoreline as well. Because for Peacekeeper we do not have enough questing done. We still have 5 levels before we can get him to maximum level anyway. By that time we will have done some spat tour and some things like that. This guy is ready to go, only level 40 needed, and this guy is ready to go, level 42, that's the last one. That's the last one. If level 42, all the traders should be level 4. This one is ready to go, which will not happen, yeah. So Jaeger, Prepper, Therapist, Mechanic and Ragman are ready to go based on level. Peacekeeper, we need to do a little bit more questing for him and also spend a bit more money. And Skier is ready as if we spend 900,000 more. Well, I say spend, but that also means do business with him. It's not only buying, you can also sell to him. Then he's also okay with it. And we've done our dailies. I'm going to leave it at this, because we're going to have to do some sorting in the next episode. Because we played a bit earlier compared to yesterday. Now we have some gaps in here. They will be filled tomorrow because all of that insurance will come back tomorrow. That means all our snipers or gazelles will come back. Hopefully one of them is not broken. I'm hoping at least the one where we got grenade launched by the Caban boys there. And now we have to do that same thing again with the Zabrello. So yeah, we'll leave it at this. Hall of Fame is upgraded. And then it's also a bit of a shorter episodes for once. Because the last couple were quite a bit too long for YouTube actually. Try to keep it around 3 hours normally, but some of them were 4 and 5 hours. We'll be back tomorrow with more of these shenanigans. Now we'll get to move on. We'll have to have a look. We will have a look tomorrow what we actually have sitting. We need to do another day of Shoreline probably to catch up a little bit there. We did a bunch there till we were tired of Shoreline. And then we moved to other maps. But we still have a lot there to do. The problem with that is it's one of my most hated maps basically. Find it such a boring map. And unfortunately there are many quests on it. But we have no other choice. We're gonna have to go back there to do all kind of shenanigans. Also, for the PTR driver, we have to be there and things like that. So that will be for tomorrow. As for now, thanks for watching. I am out of here. Bye bye.